Hey everyone, how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today I'm wearing my Dragon Ball shirt because we're reviewing Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. No matter how much I like this movie, I feel like that is the dumbest title. Should just be called Dragon Ball Superheroes. So you don't go Dragon Ball Superheroes. But yeah, I saw the movie. Finally, 3 weeks late, so 4 weeks of late of posting, so I apologize. I will kind of hold back spoilers for this, obviously. But again, it's been out for 4 weeks by the time of this. Probably not even in theaters anymore. I think this was probably the last week. But I will still give a quick summary of it, give a ranking. I did not take notes, so I'm going to look at, because I was in theaters, obviously, the Bardock, father of Goku notes that I have here, and pull up a calculator so I can do the math when I say that. So this movie was very good in my opinion. Not as good as Broly, but still a great movie altogether. We do not get a lot of Goku and Vegeta in this movie, surprisingly. It's more focused on Gohan and Piccolo, which shocked me at first, and there were some complaints about characters in this that I did want to mention, but we'll get that for the spoilers. But it is a very... At the same time, it fills so much of the lore together and brings back stuff that I even forgot about. And then it also introduces new concepts and everything like that, which is great. So for animation, I was a little jarred by the computer-generated animation at first, but after a while my eyes kind of got tricked into seeing it as regular, and I mean, it improved on the fighting. So I definitely have to give that a 9 out of 10. For the script, it was a phenomenal script, great jokes, great character development, and great one-liners. Have to give that a 9 out of 10 as well. And then for story, I mean, like I said, introducing elements, doing something different, fulfilling the point of Gohan, and everything like that was great. I had to give that a 10 out of 10. And for characters, all the characters were great. There was one disappointing moment, well, two technically, but the new characters being the androids and the doctor and the red ribbon guy that we'll talk about. I'm trying to say this as vaguely as possible. And the other villain that shows up, they were very great. So 9 out of 10 again for that, because just there was one complaint that I had. Voice acting. Voice acting is top notch in this movie. Some of these characters sounded familiar, even the new characters. I mean, the new characters sounded familiar, but the voice acting was spot on. It wasn't like what we were talking about yesterday with Injustice, with like bland speaking roles or anything like that. It was all top notch. Have to give that a 10 out of 10 as well. Making it a... Doing the goal... 94% or 9.4 out of 10 from It's That Nerd Ryan. The movie was great. So now we are going to get into spoilers. We're going to talk about the new forms. So we do get two new forms in this movie. Piccolo gets his own like full power form. I don't know what it's actually called. Let me Google it, because they don't call it anything. Oh, Piccolo Orange. I'm sorry, he does name it Piccolo Orange. Where he gets like super buff. And even in that, they call back something from Dragon Ball that I completely forgot, that Piccolo can grow in size. It's from Dragon Ball, it's from Lord Slug. When I was watching Lord Slug with you guys, I completely forgot that Piccolo could do that too. But yeah, Piccolo Orange, very cool new thing. He looks very demonic in it. Kind of bringing back the Demon King Piccolo. There was a ton of Dragon Ball references in this, by the way. Fun little Easter eggs too, that kind of builds upon canon or confirms stuff in canon that people have been theorizing for years. We also get Gohan Beast, or Beast Gohan, which is the white hair that's like super long, but not Super Saiyan 3 super long. In that, we also get to see Gohan take on his Mystic form again, go Super Saiyan 2. He doesn't go Super Saiyan 1 at all in this. But yeah, it starts off, the show starts, or movie, I should say, starts off with a flashback recovering all of the Red Ribbon Army stuff throughout all of Dragon Ball. So we're talking about the original Red Ribbon stuff, the Android Saga, Cell Saga, everything like that. And it turns out that both Commander Red and Dr. Gero had grandchildren that are kind of carrying in their footstep. But Gero's grandson, Hiro, is more into like superheroes and stuff, which is where we get the name. And he, at first, is kind of reluctant to join the Red Ribbon Army because he's like, your guys' aesthetic is supervillains, and I care about superheroes. I want to make superheroes. So they finally agree to they trick Hiro. Magenta tricks Hiro into joining the Red Ribbon Army, considering or telling him that Capsule Corp and Bulma are evil. They have aliens, being Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, stuff like that are trying to destroy the world, and they need to be stopped. So after that, it jumps to 6 months later, and we get to see a 3-year-old Pan doing her training with Piccolo. She still can't fly, but she's doing some good training and everything. And then she has to go to preschool. We also get, I think this is the first introduction of like smartphones in Dragon Ball lore. Piccolo has a kitten case, which is hilarious. And Videl calls him, asking him to pick up Pan from preschool, where then he finds out that Gohan's just kind of locking himself in his room, studying, as Gohan does. So Piccolo kind of like busts his balls a little bit and is telling him that he needs to get back into training and blah, blah, blah. And Gohan's like, yeah, sure, it's no big deal, whatever. Dad and Vegeta can handle it. And also they got that new, he was about to say, and they cut him off, he was about to say they got that new guy to help him and everything, being Broly. At that point, we are cut to Lord Beerus's world, where Goku is training Broly, and Vegeta is trying to do a more meditative type of training. And in this, Broly is still kind of out of control when he gets out of temper, and Beerus falls in love with Chile, which, who wouldn't? And then Goku and Vegeta start training. And that's about it for the whole Goku and Vegeta thing. They're off-planet training, which means that the Red Ribbon Army has to be handled by Earth's heroes. So Piccolo ends up getting attacked by one of these new androids, which is named Gamma 2, we find out. They're just called Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. And he almost wipes the floor with Piccolo, and Piccolo chases after him and learns that the Red Ribbon Army is still well put together and is creating not only these superheroes, but a new form of Cell called Cell Max. So after that, they decide that they're going to try to take on Gohan next by abducting Pan. So Piccolo volunteers to be part of the group that kidnap Pan, and she knocks out actually the other guy that goes with him, and Piccolo explains everything as like, you have to act scared, blah blah blah. And then we go to like getting Gohan to go and save Pan, which he goes like Super Saiyan 2 when he finds out that she's abducted, which is really cool. Like instantly, like just rageful. And then he gets there and he ends up fighting Gamma 1, which it's pretty evenly matched. Piccolo but tells Pan to act like she's in danger. So she starts screaming and everything, and Gohan goes mystic. And Piccolo then steps in the fight to fight Gamma 2. And this is where the androids start realizing that the Red Ribbon Army isn't good. And they do have hero complexes, so they actually end the fight and allow, or kind of start working with Piccolo and Gohan and everybody. And that's when Bulma shows up with Goten, Trunks, Krillin, and 18. And in that, they end up fighting Cell Max, who's basically a giant version of giant red version of Cell's in perfect form. In this, Piccolo goes his demon mode, or orange Piccolo mode, gets super big, fights Cell, and Gamma 2, who was my favorite out of the two, sacrifices himself in the process, also de-arming Cell Max. And during the fight, Piccolo loses an arm again, and they have to convince Gohan that he has to get stronger. In that, he sees everybody getting beat up and decides to go decides to power up more and becomes Gohan Beast and uses Special Beam Cannon and wipes him out. In this fight too, this is the disappointment part, is Goten and Trunks fuse, but they mess up the fusion, so the whole fight it's Fat Gotenks, which he does lead one hit on Cell, but that's literally it. And then they practice the fusion again at the end as Pan's flying around, and you don't get to see Teenage Gotenks, which that was my only like upsetting thing. But yeah, so that is everything that happens in Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. And like I said, I give it a 9.4 out of 10. If you get the chance, go and watch it, or definitely buy it on DVD or Blu-ray when it comes out, or watch it on Crunchyroll. But yeah, it's that Nerd Ryan telling you, have an amazing day.